What is up, everybody? Turboverse here today, and we're going to talk about this article from IGN that got people pissed. Mainly Sony fanboys are kind of pissed by this article. They're not feelings over this situation. So, Final Fantasy 16 producer and 14 director Naoki Yoshida has said Square Enix is looking to double down on Xbox releases after its focus on PlayStation exclusivity led to a financial dip. So, we've been knowing this for the longest that Final Fantasy 16 and Final Fantasy 7 Remake have not done the greatest, pretty much being a primarily PlayStation exclusive partnership they've been doing, and not done well, so they've been trying to expand to other platforms, PC and Xbox. And because Xbox is mentioned as like a savior figure in this situation, people are kind of pissed. It's kind of hilarious. These dudes are super salty about this. But yes, they do need Xbox, because once again, when Final Fantasy 15 was released on PlayStation and Xbox, we didn't hear these financial situations with Square Enix. But now that they put these games on solely on PlayStation, they have these issues now. So that is kind of just what it is. It's like they need to release on both consoles. So we're going to read some of these comments right here. Yeah, Xbox runners will save them, LOL. So this guy's mad that, once again, we got a service like Game Pass. And they do need people on Xbox to buy the game, because Xbox has 30 million consoles out there. People want to ignore that number like it's not a huge number, but that is a huge number of people who own systems to buy this game. So, clickbait title, this was never said. It obviously was stated that they need other consoles. They need to release the games on Xbox. It's like, what more do you need to say? How's it clickbait? PlayStation kids don't buy games. I mean, I would say probably because of the current economic climate they're in, that most people are probably struggling with buying video games, especially at the full price of $60 or $70. And overall, something we gotta kind of talk to that point as well. How do these Sony guys will be buying these exclusives like that? Like, they'll buy the GTA 6 when that release. They'll buy the Madden, the FIFAs, the big multiplayer games that's very popular, but they won't buy these exclusives. Now, when I heard the Final Fantasy 7 remake, you mean the most mainstream Final Fantasy of all time, didn't sell that well? It's a major eye-opener that people over there don't really buy exclusives like that, because the most popular Final Fantasy series people aren't buying. With a fresh coat of paint at that, they aren't buying it. So, and in large numbers as they should be. So, they gotta release their games on Xbox. It just is what it is. I don't know why this makes these guys so angry, but I kind of get why. They want to push this narrative that Xbox gamers just don't buy games. We only rent games on Game Pass, but that's the most dumbest thing possible. The dumbest narrative possible. Xbox gamers buy games. It's like it's been like that for generations. So good. It's hard to buy Square games on Xbox if they're not there. Also true. You can't blame us for not buying your games if you don't put the games on the platform. So love this Sony exclusivity money. It's kind of hurting you in the long run. Where your game's not being on Xbox day one, you're hurting yourselves overall. Real shame, because Final Fantasy 16 was my favorite of the modern Final Fantasy games. I enjoyed 16 too. 16 got a lot of flack saying it's too much of an action game. I actually really enjoyed 16. I want to say it was my favorite Final Fantasy, but I really enjoyed that one. Look at this clown right here. Oh yeah, those 3 souls on Xbox will save Square Enix. After a year, they can get a Game Pass check that will cover the cost. Once again, this nonsense. Okay, this point. Okay, so they do release the game later on Xbox. It's gonna be too late at that point, because people, like, I got a PlayStation already. I already played Final Fantasy 16 on PS5, so I'm not gonna buy the game again on Xbox. So they will use that as a talking point. See, you only sold 3 sales on Xbox. Well, it's like, you should have released it day one on Xbox. I would have bought it day one on Xbox at that point. And then this point right here, where if they do get a Game Pass check, good for them. That's like, why is that an issue? They put it on Game Pass. It's like they would make money back. So these narratives are just so dumb. I would love nothing more than to see my favorite gaming franchise grow as much as possible. While I don't believe being on Xbox will move the needle, I look forward to seeing how much those games can sell on there. Yeah, they didn't move the needle. That's why they put 15 on there, which sold really well. I think people just have amnesia about how Final Fantasy 15 was a very successful for Square Enix. Apparently, they just got amnesia. The only reason they're not doing is the only reason they're not putting on Xbox is because Sony's paying them off not to do that. So blame exclusivity while their output of the last 15 years has been horrendous, aside from Final Fantasy, which was the only franchise that continued being great. Yeah, other games have been flopping. Like they released Destruction. No, I'm not. What was it? Foam Stars, which just released, which is a flop. What else did Square Enix release? I'm trying to blank. They released some games that didn't do too well. I think the only series is really doing well for them is Final Fantasy. And the next Kingdom Hearts game is probably gonna do really well. But other than that, Final Fantasy is the only ones that's doing well right now. How PlayStation fanboys react to this news? No. They really don't like to hear that narrative they use against Xbox fans be turned against them because they say Xbox gamers don't buy games, but obviously PlayStation gamers don't buy games either. Make better games, better quality games, and that dip will not be. It will go away. You make money, not lose money. Someone check the respirator Xbox Series X. Meanwhile, Xbox has the better lineup of games, first-party games coming to their system in the next few years, but apparently it's on a respirator. Okay, buddy. While you enjoy your Concord, that Concord game is on the respirator. If we want to be petty, that Concord game was on the respirator there, buddy. They'll be equally as disappointed with a shift towards Xbox player base where nobody's buying games. The only way for Game Pass drops. Oh, this dumb narrative that's so unoriginal at this point in time. Nobody buys games on Xbox. That's why every major third publisher put their games on Xbox. Their major third party game, they put their games on Xbox. You're going to see the next Street Fighter mainline game on Xbox. You're going to see the next Resident Evil mainline game on Xbox. You're going to see GTA on Xbox. But nobody buys games on that system apparently. This looks like another community note fact-checked. IGN has become the biggest gaming site through several acquisitions, but the report has improved with size. According to the last financial reports on Square Enix, lost revenue because mobile MMO segment declined. Oh, it's not any of their other games. It's just been flopping lately. That's not the reason why either, apparently. Like, their other games have been flopping. Like, what are you talking about? Blames exclusives facepalm. Square Enix are not the same anymore. They make a lot of bad games as well. Yeah, a lot of these games haven't done well. And still, exclusive games aren't doing well either. So, what are you talking? Even though you're trying to scapegoat about saying these other games haven't done well, the exclusives haven't done well either. So that's still an issue. Clickbait, you just spliced a bunch of indirect quotes and events together to form a narrative. The narrative is that their games aren't selling as much as they would like it to be, so they got to put it on other platforms. Why is that such a hard thing for these people to understand, to grasp? Bruh, the bots don't even buy games. That's why their first party is going everywhere. Laughing emoji. Meanwhile, PlayStation is doing the same thing because before the PS5 generation, PS4 and older generations, when it said only on PlayStation, it meant only on PlayStation. Now their games are going to PC. So your games are going everywhere else, buddy. So that narrative you try to use it's backfires. Why do they keep using that narrative? It's like your games are going everywhere else too. So blames PlayStation because they can't admit they make bad games. I mean, that is a point, but they have a lot of floppers, but the point stands that people aren't even buying their mainline games like that too with the exclusivity deal. So still got to expand to different platforms. But I was told FF16 did great on PlayStation. What happened? Not enough people bought it. It's just that simple. Xbox is always saving the day, which is the narrative which these people really don't want to hear. But you need Xbox in the console space. People, I don't know, it just makes them upset, but that's the harsh truth. You need Xbox in the console space. It is what it is. This is pretty much reaffirmation of the new multi-platform approach regarding AAA titles and catalog titles. Yeah, they need as much money as possible for these expensive AAA games, and it's pretty obvious. It's obvious at that point. So The PlayStation kids failed Square. Turns out they don't buy games. Kinda true. Let's be honest. The only thing that keeps Square Enix going financially is Final Fantasy 14. I don't know how true that is. I'm not gonna respond to that, so I guess so. Sony fans is disappointed. Throws the laptop and a PS5 out the window. Bruh, fewer people own an Xbox. 30 million people own an Xbox. Why do you keep acting like that's a large number? That is a small number. Apparently 30 million is just a really small number, apparently. Not even Xbox themselves are selling enough Xbox games for it to be worth investing into the platform. What possible chance do third parties have on Xbox? Well, you can say the same thing about PlayStation. Not enough PlayStation games are selling enough PlayStation exclusives. So they gotta put those exclusives on PC. Each narrative you use against Xbox fans, use the same narrative against you. You just don't realize that. I don't know why they don't realize that, but Xbox has a third of the players of PlayStation, and the majority of those Xbox players don't even buy games. Once again, this dumb narrative. I guess they just gonna use a strategy. We're gonna keep saying it until people actually believe it. Because each comment keeps saying nobody buys games on Xbox. Well, that's not the case. People buy games all the time. Whenever it's a big AAA game that comes out, it's gonna be always been a top sold games on Xbox at that current time period. So people buy games. If they're just so butthurt that people got Game Pass and it's a better service than their service. That's all what it boils down to. Once again, the same retired comment. Xbox are not buying games, blah, blah, blah. She didn't ever say anything about a financial dip. Not everybody's lying about there being a financial dip with Square Enix. Okay. Or about the exclusivity doing them harm. They're so butthurt. Oh man. Why, when it comes to Square Enix, Xbox gotta act like the savior? Xbox is a savior because it is. They can't just rely on a PlayStation. They need other consoles to support their games. They are really mad in this comment section about this. They are really just really angry about this. Bullocks, Square Enix won't even make crap on Xbox thanks to Game Pass. Unless their real goal is to sell the company to Microsoft. How did it get to the point of selling the company to Microsoft? What are you talking about? PlayStation exclusivity wasn't the reason for that financial misfortunes. It played a part in it. Why are they denying that it played a part in their financial situation right now? They just released too many mid games that failed. True? Why can't both be true? Why can't both these narratives be true? They released a large amount of mediocre games, and they also released their games to be PlayStation exclusives. Both can be true. Make better games. Xbox won't boost sales like they want. Yeah, because you can predict the future. One thing is obvious here. These people are very butthurt. Like, look at this comment right here. That's why Square Enix is back to skip it on the crap box again. So butthurt. I'm going to be 100% honest. I'm happy for X Bros, but Square Enix is probably going to see a sharp 30% increase in sales because X Bros don't care about. I'm not even going to read that. What you see what it is right there. I'm not even going to read that. LMAO, did the effing Xbox Goat Gaming write this crappy article? The quote didn't say anything remotely close to this actual quote. What? Sellouts, I have respect for Square, but after this, they deserve to go bankrupt and close their doors. Xbox is awful. Yeah, Square Enix, go shut down because you want to put your games on Xbox now. The entitlement of the PlayStation community is something else. Like, what am I even reading there? I'm going to conclude it right here because these comments are literally causing me some type of brain damage at this point in time because these comments are just ridiculous. But definitely want to see your thoughts down below about this. These people getting so butthurt about Square Enix putting their games on other platforms. Why does it make these people so angry? I don't know, but definitely want to see your input down below. Leave a like for this video. As always, thanks for watching, and peace.